I've always been the type of person to dwell on my mistakes. Times when things have gone wrong. Always thinking of the things I did when I shouldn't have, or things I shouldn't have done when I did. I think how I reacted when I first saw your face was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. One that took months to fix. A simple swipe on a dating app. I still kick myself for swiping left on your profile. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I just thought I didn't stand a chance with you anyway. Like, what was the point of even trying? So I swiped left and I let you go. As soon as I did it, I felt guilty. Why didn't I at least try? I'd be lying if I said you didn't stay on my mind. Your face, your smile in those photos, the funny little things you wrote down. It was all so trivial, but it stayed in my mind. You really were the one that got away. And then, as if by some miracle, you were there in front of me, in person. On some random weekend in the summer at the carnival, no less. I probably looked so stupid in that carnival worker getup, but who knew I would meet my soulmate while I was running carnival games over the summer? And you really were my soulmate. You must be. I mean, isn't that what they always say? If you love someone, you have to let them go, but if they come back to you, that's how you know it was meant to be. We really were meant to be together. Getting to see you in person was all the proof that I needed. I should have said something. I should have spoken up and asked if you remembered me. But I didn't. And you didn't know. You had no idea that I had already seen you before. I already knew what town you lived in, how old you were, your likes, your dislikes. I knew so much, but it was all surface level. All that trivial knowledge. I needed more. Fate brought you back to me after I was stupid enough to let you go. I wasn't going to let that happen again. I guess I should be happy that you're such a child at heart. Or maybe that our town is so boring. It meant that you would come to the carnival just about every weekend that summer. The times you came alone were my favorite. I know it must seem weird to others to come to the carnival by yourself, but I understood. Sometimes you just want to get lost among people that you don't know. Or maybe you just had a thing for fried Oreos and crappy carnival games. I remember when I first had the courage to speak to you. You were trying to knock over a bunch of bottles set up in a pyramid. It was funny to see you struggle and the sweat forming at your brow, but I couldn't bear to watch you lose any more money. It came out of my mouth without thinking. Aim for the bottom. You looked around wondering who was talking to you. Am I really that invisible? So, I spoke again, just a little louder this time. The bottles are weighted, so you should aim for the bottom when you throw. I tried to put on the most casual smile I could as I said it. I wonder if you noticed that my hands were shaking when we finally locked eyes. Nonetheless, you nodded and did exactly as I told you to. And it worked. Yes! Congratulations! I got so excited like I wasn't the one who had set up the bottles in the first place. I just wanted to celebrate something with you. I gave you your prize and you smiled and thanked me. You even made a joke about how you'd be back again if I was willing to help you out. Your smile was so genuine and sweet, I couldn't help but agree. Of course I will. It felt like we had something special. Something secret that only you and I knew about. It got so much easier to talk to you after that. And I knew you wouldn't mind the company since you were coming alone, and you were guaranteed to win a prize by the end of it. After a while, you finally told me that you were leaving town once the summer was over, and how you wished your last summer here would have been more interesting. You told me that you felt lonely in this town, and you had tried dating apps and looking for love, and none of it worked. It hurt me so much to hear that you felt that way, even though I was right there. Well, I mean, I'll always be here for you. Couldn't you see me? Wasn't I enough? We had spent so much time together. Yes, it wasn't as romantic as I would have dreamt it would be, but still, we were together. You're not alone, you know. I should have been enough for you. I hated that I wasn't. Maybe the person you're looking for is right in front of you. You didn't come back for a week after that, and I was afraid you decided to leave early. Why aren't they coming to see me anymore? God, did they leave? I waited and waited until you finally came back. I couldn't even describe how excited I was to see you, but then I noticed that you weren't alone. You had brought a few people with you. Friends, I guess. I had never seen them before. You brought them right to my booth and told me you took my advice. You said I was right and that you hadn't realized your friends were right there in front of you. I'm glad I could help. You picked up a ball and smiled at your friends, then knocked the bottles over with one quick throw. Just like I taught you to. Congratulations. I plastered on a smile so fake that I thought it would fall off my face at any moment. Go ahead and choose your prize. I've never felt so stupid. I was such an idiot. I shouldn't have said anything. This was just another stupid mistake. I shouldn't have given you any advice. I should have just let you stay lonely. Lonely like me. We could have been lonely together. But now the rest of the summer was going to be hell. And God, it was torture. Every single weekend, another group of friends, another group for you to impress with your skills that I taught you. I should have been happy for you. I helped you not be alone. And your last summer in town would be something to remember. I told myself it was just for the summer and that it'd all be over soon. But that didn't help because if the carnival ended, if the lights went out, that meant that it was time for you to leave. I didn't know what was worse, seeing you with all these people or not seeing you at all. But why did it have to be that way? Were those really my only two options? What if you never had to leave? The carnival could end, but that didn't mean that we had to. I started paying more attention, listening to your conversations, asking tiny, harmless questions, just to make conversation. Leaving town, huh? Where you thinking of going? You can't be moving too far away. I'd play it off as just another carnival worker trying to make a quick buck. How about I give you this round for half price? You're gonna need the rest for rent money. I should really thank you. You made me so much more confident. You're gonna need to build a little more muscle for move-out day. When is that again? By the end of the summer, I had all the information I needed. Moving day. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. I had been waiting in your garage with all your boxes. I guess in the stress of moving, remembering to lock your doors just slipped your mind. I still remember the surprise on your face. I knew you'd be happy to see me. I just couldn't let you go on this big trip alone. You were so polite, saying you didn't have room for any of the things I wanted to bring. But my love, you're the only thing I'd ever want. I'd leave everything for you. You seemed nervous, but I know how hard it must be to move away from your home. I didn't want to force the issue, but I knew I had to give you a little push. Your box cutter was perfect for that. I just wanted to give you a little persuasion. You're not going anywhere without me. We've spent too long apart, and I'm not letting you slip through my fingers again. You were such a good listener after that. You even let me help you pack. I'll take care of all this, my love. It's not every day that you embark on a new adventure with your soulmate. But fate has a way of working out for those in love. I got to fix my stupid mistake from all those months ago. You and I had a summer that we'll never forget. And now we can finally have the life we were always meant to have together. Isn't the universe just great? Here's to second chances, my love.